Kopi Luwak, often called civet coffee or even cat poop coffee, is one of the world's most bizarre and expensive coffees. It's made from beans that have been eaten, partially digested, and then excreted by the Asian palm civet, also called a luwak, a small mammal that looks like a cross between a cat and a weasel. Here's how it works in the wild. A civet picks only the ripest coffee cherries, eats the fruit pulp, the beans ferment in its digestive tract for 24 to 36 hours and are then pooped out intact. People collect these droppings, thoroughly wash the beans, dry them, and roast them. The resulting coffee is often described as incredibly smooth, with notes of chocolate and caramel, an earthy richness, low acidity, and no bitter aftertaste. The story begins in the 18th or 19th century on the Indonesian islands of Sumatra, Java, and Sulawesi during Dutch colonial rule. The Dutch established coffee plantations and forbade local workers from picking beans for themselves. All harvests were for export. Workers noticed wild civets eating the choicest, ripest coffee cherries at night and passing the undigested beans in their waste. They started collecting, cleaning, and roasting these beans. They discovered the coffee was unusually smooth and less bitter, thanks to fermentation from enzymes in the civet's stomach that break down proteins. What started as the poor man's coffee soon caught the attention of the colonists and became a local delicacy. For a long time, Kopi Luwak remained a regional curiosity. Its global popularity exploded in the late 20th and early 21st centuries. 1991. British trader Tony Wilde introduced it to the Western market. 2003. It was featured on the Oprah Winfrey Show as the world's most expensive coffee. 2007. It got a memorable mention in the movie The Bucket List starring Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman.
This exotic backstory, combined with scarcity and clever marketing, turned it into a global symbol of luxury. Prices range from $100 to $300 per pound for fonda beans to over $1,300 per pound for authentic wild-sourced beans. A single cup in a cafe can cost $50 to $100. The high price is due to low supply, because wild civets don't produce much, and the labor-intensive process of collecting and cleaning the beans.
With soaring demand came civet farms, where animals are captured, kept in cramped cages, and force-fed a diet of coffee cherries. This leads to stress, malnutrition, disease, and high mortality rates. Organizations like PETA estimate that up to 80% of Kopi Luwak sold as wild actually comes from these cruel cage systems. The only ethical Kopi Luwak would be from beans genuinely collected from wild, free-roaming civets with proper certification. Because of the widespread animal abuse, many coffee experts and enthusiasts now advise avoiding Kopi Luwak altogether to not support the exploitation of these animals. It is one of history's strange alchemies that a product born from necessity and poverty, beans scavenged from the droppings of wild animals by people forbidden to taste the fruits of their own labor, would be transformed, through the mechanisms of myth, scarcity, and desire, into a pinnacle of luxury. The journey of Kopi Luwak from a forbidden secret of colonized workers to a global symbol of opulence underscores how value is often a narrative, not an inherent quality. That which was literally gathered from shit by the dispossessed was repackaged for the elite as an experience of ultimate refinement, proving that the most potent luxury is sometimes just a compelling story removed from its humble, and often bitter, origins.